Hi, and Happy New Year from a very snowy Scotland. This is my third Christmas and New Year with long COVID, and I'm sure, like a lot of other people, it's a time for like reflecting, looking back. All these kind of like time markers aren't they? Because we have so few things to mark time by. So things like birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas, they're all kind of times where we kind of tend to reflect. And I know that can be a really positive experience for some people, but also it can be really negative when you're, looking back and thinking of the things you used to do, maybe. I know I do. I think of past New Year's when I've spent them hiking and thinking, well, I couldn't do that today. But also, if I look back to 2 years ago, for example, it's again really obvious that things are better than they were. So it can be a really kind of, it's a hard time of year for a lot of reasons, I think. I think for me this year, I had a really rough November and December, or certainly most of December, for a number of reasons. I picked up a cold, I think maybe the second week of November, and that wiped me out for quite a long time. It was horrible. And then just as I was kind of starting to get over that and feeling like I was back to my kind of pre-cold baseline, I then got hit by a massive sort of stressor, which then just sent me into a complete sort of shutdown almost. And it was really, really horrible. And it took me quite a long time to get over that. So right up until kind of Christmas Day, I was starting to feel slightly better, but I was still feeling pretty kind of fragile, underconfident about everything. Certainly, symptoms had improved a bit, but I wasn't really feeling like I was able to do anything because I was too scared to set them off again. Anyway, as of Christmas Day, and for the past, well, week, isn't it? Because it's now 1st of January, I have felt sort of, it's been a good week for me. It's not everything all better. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? But it has been a much better week, and I feel much more positive going into the new year than I thought I would a couple of weeks ago. So that's definitely positive, I think. So, yeah, I think when you're in the midst of having a terrible time of it, whether it's an hour, a week, a month, all these times they stretch on for, well, they feel like forever, and often it can just be a couple hours, and sometimes it stretches on for a lot longer, and it's really hard to see the end of it when you're having a really rough time of it. So I know I do. You're so bogged down in the middle of how awful you feel, and why wouldn't you? Because you feel absolutely awful. So I think I just wanted to, we all know that, when you're having an awful day, it's not going to last forever, even though it feels like it. But yeah, I think to remind ourselves that the bad times will pass, and things will improve. They may get worse again, but things do kind of go in waves, don't they? So yeah, I don't know what 2023 will bring for me or for anybody. Obviously, I hope that it will bring all the good things for all of us. That would be lovely. But I certainly hope that it will bring better things for all of us, even if it's not all of the time. So yeah, all the best for the new year.